CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 18 of Dual Destinies. Last time, we talked to LaBelle, we learned that Jinxie is a furry, and also we entered the Fox Chamber, where we're now going to investigate, so let's go.
Looks like a gravestone or something.
It reads, healized Tenma Taro, age 80. Cause of death, choked on a chicken bone.
Say it ain't so!
Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than...
Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're joking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism.
I'm not scared.
Freak out Central, right here, baby.
Cut it out, widget.
Denial is strong in this one.
Apollo, I think you're just wasting your time here.
Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the Fox Chamber.
Apollo, those feathers are clearly brown. That means the killer must have been in here at some point. The question is, why?
Maybe the Tenma Taro costume was hidden in here. I mean, if someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb.
But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the Forbidden Chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only gotten in here before the murder.
Wow, that is one tough riddle, all right. A stone lantern.
Like those Japanese garden lamps. Where's the switch?
Lamps like these are like fire, not electricity, so there is no switch.
Oh, here it is.
What?
It was hidden out of sight.
I see Tenma Taro's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could have want. Hey, there's a bunch of staves here, and it looks like one is missing. The Tenma Taro Jinxie saw must have taken it.
I'd have to agree. These look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us.
Why do you think there are so many here?
Maybe they're spares. Tenma Taro might be, absent-minded or something. He just leaves staves all over the place. But the fact that he has spare staves handy, well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. Or at least that's my take on it.
Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I won't hold my breath.
I have no faults, Apollo. I am perfection.
What's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. And the fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here very long.
Oh, it's hand cream. Let's see what brand it is. Je suis LaBelle.
LaBelle? What the? But then, wouldn't that mean Miss LaBelle was here?
I guess so, but why?
Well, whoever was dressed up like Tenma Taro must have taken a staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. And that same person probably dropped this hand cream at the time.
In other words, the Tenma Taro impersonator we're looking for is none other than...
Florent LaBelle! This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow.
Now all we need to do is get the truth out of Tenma.
Whoa, that's one big statue. Must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Tenma Taro has a staff. But the Tenma Taro in the scroll didn't have one.
I wonder why.
I feel like this could be significant, but why? Let's take a closer look. First, go around this table here.
Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea?
Hey, it looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue.
Don't open it. Who knows what might be in there?
It's just a big empty compartment, and from all the dust and cobwebs, I'd say it hasn't been opened in a really long time.
That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it in.
Wait, there is something in here. A human hand. Looks like some sort of figure. But it's so dusty, I can't tell what it's supposed to be. I wonder what it's doing here. Looks like an old scroll, and there's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe.
A monk? What are you talking about?
You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training.
Wouldn't that just be a hiker?
The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena.
Oh look, there's some yellow thing strapped to his back.
Whoa! It's turning into Tenma Taro!
What's this scroll getting at?
Is
this how Tenma Taro was born?
Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy.
Okay, I could have sworn that there was a Filch conversation that we had. I am ashamed to say, I have been really taking advantage of the notes. We already searched the Forbidden Chamber! Okay, yeah, there we are.
Oh look, there's an air vent here too!
I guess even the Forbidden Chambers need proper ventilation.
But I don't think anyone could reach this one either.
Yeah, and there's nothing to stand on around here. I wonder where this vent leads.
Well, the Fox Chamber vent didn't branch this way, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all.
Guess that about wraps it up. What now?
We should probably talk to some of the witnesses again.
You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie?
Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village's superstitions and Tenma Taro.
It's that curse! The curse of Tenma Taro! Eek! You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions at our peril! Mind your own business, will you? Oh!
Ouch! What's all this about? A curse?
Tenma Taro's gonna curse us all unless y'all stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong! Stop the investigation! Listen to what them superstitions say! Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions? Huh? Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine! You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that!
There goes my bracelet!
So sorry! I promise I won't do it again! Tisk, you almost kidnapped my sweet little Widget!
The big jerk!
I'm sorry!
I guess you can't teach an old raccoon new dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. You mind if I ask you about this?
Okay, yeah, I thought you would actually tell about it. I guess we have to wait for that one. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal Widget, you can steal from Apollo, but you don't steal from me. Stealing from me is where I cross the line. Grrr. Yipes! Mercy! I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running my veins.
Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean?
Glad you asked. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this.
What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai at me.
It's now the knee of Azuki Kozo, robbed from the rich to give to the poor he did. And by poor, he meant himself. And he'd leave one of these figurines at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson because he was my grandpappy. I was his grandson because he stole me from my parents. He stole me from my parents and raised me as his own.
Wow, you don't say.
Dishonor, it's the honest truth. The sloshing sound of Azuki beans scraped in together in the ditto knot. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo. Wash your money. Give her out her wealth. Reborn. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit.
Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yes, it looks just like the old Dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber.
Hey! What are you doing with that there figure?
Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it's been there practically forever.
Couldn't mean my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back then. He kidnapped Tenma Taro! He held Tenma Taro for ransom and sold him to the zoo! Hey, that reminds me, he once told me there's treasure in that there chamber.
Treasure? What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber?
Oh, man, that's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there.
There's something amazing in there. Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he?
Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that might just be. That's Grandpappy for you. Did he wash that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor?
Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenma Taro near the scene of the crime.
Sorry I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me.
The people of Ninetales sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tenma Taro.
Damn right! Them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on.
So you plan on staying here in Ninetales?
Yep, I'm gonna keep living right here and keep them with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Even though Grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber and, well, stole from it. Them superstitions are like a rule book to me.
Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales?
Ain't you been listening to a word I said?
You're going to do exactly what the superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney.
Take that!
It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village.
Ah!
So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales. But if you really believe in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now.
Ah!
I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch.
Yipes!
You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you?
Sorry, but I didn't have no choice.
So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tenma Taro?
It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He was threatening to make me into perfume. He said he was gonna kill me and turn my body fat into hand cream. Please, I don't want to be hand cream. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenma Taro. Said if I did, he'd do to me what that superstition said would happen. He did my soul and put it into a cologne bottle.
So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence?
Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid girl. It was on account of that rumor. The one about her being possessed.
That rumor again?
Sorry, getting a little out of breath. Some voices just take the wind out of me. I guess we really do have to talk to Tenma about the possession rumor.
Oh, Jay, watch it! Give me my shoes back!
Village superstitions stolen by Phineas Filch. I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family of me.
You could have just asked instead of stealing it.
Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch?
Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenma Taro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass.
Okay, attention center. April 18th, detention center. Visitors room. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence.
Why are you speaking like that?
Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned.
Yes, well, Jinxie came by early to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So, what can I do for you today? We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. Ah! She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution's gonna claim at tomorrow's trial. Huh? No matches this warning charm for me. Ah! The charm!
Tenma Taro's back.
Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming that child for my doings. Ah, I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. And he probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. We'd like to ask about something your Laurent LaBelle mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I do not know what you speak. You're not trying to predict Jinxie, are you? I, Tenma Taro, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal? No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved that it was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. But I have already told you, I know not what of you speak.
I don't think we're gonna get anything more out of him.
It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant the yokai evidence.
Hey, Apollo, I think I got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it.
Really?
I can say, trust me, buddy. Sure, I should be able to use psychology to explain the whole possession thing.
Knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena's really something.
Snap out of it! Athena just starts slapping Tenma. Snap out of it, you're crazy!
I can really count on her when it counts.
Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism.
Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking?
Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetales Vale?
When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night.
I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level.
So then, the Tenma Taro that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter. Look, Tenma Taro's spirit! It's left the mayor's body.
Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma?
Very well. It's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you.
Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt.
I knew it!
You suspect Florent is behind all this? But why? Did he really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenma Taro for a spell. Ah! Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenma Taro. That's crazy! Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Tenma Taro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. You must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison. But how can people actually believe that?
Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenma Taro thing now.
Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. The dinner's right, your malevolence. Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right here. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they know? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Yes, your malevolence. I remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade?
Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma.
Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Laurent LaBelle next, now that we know the truth? he won't be able to claim that Tenma Taro was Jinxie or the mirror anymore.
But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? Well, ask nicely. Okay, now let's practice that again. Filch from the top. Mr. LaBelle was in the fort at the time of the crime. And when we, heard a scream, oh heck, what was the next part again? Ah! You have the memory capacity of a flea! This is the 13th time, you know! Now, 100 times more and we're done.
What on earth are they practicing?
Aw, I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy! Oh! Oh, beg your pardon, Miss Blavelle, sir. It's just all this practice. Yipes!
Unbelievable! What if you had sullied my outfit with those crappy paws of yours? Did Filch Bell's wallet just now?
So what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo?
Oh, it's you two! Eavesdropping, are we? Pfft, you peasants are so tacky! Well, what do you want from me? Your confession to being the Tenma Taro and boss would be nice right about now. Wait, this is our trump card. Better not show it off too soon. You wanted something. Oh, no, never mind. Pfft.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you would have some comment on the figure.
This is not beauty! Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenma Taro.
Filch, you fool! Yipes!
I told you nothing good would come of you running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Why? To protect the darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the manor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenma Taro. Interesting, but where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect any doubt away from the one who really was Tenma Taro. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Tenma Taro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort.
That's right! Mr. LaBelle even told me Tenma Taro was a jinx, so
I said Tenma Taro was Jinxie, you fool! Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea! Practice 100 more times! Yipes! So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut! But you'll just have to wait until then. Oh, I'll be waiting with a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones!
Huh? What? Was I sleeping? Yeah. Oh. Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did. And me pass out.
Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow.
Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Yarg! Right up the schnozola.
Keep quiet, do exactly as I say.
No, please! Anything but another lesson! There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him.
Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. We better go clear that before tomorrow.
You think they're done questioning Jinxie?
Maybe. Let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms.
Accursed Dinosaurs Fox! The time for someone scores die! My grudges but fester over time, and my vengeance will be mine! My shovel shall taste blood! Grr! Grr! She must be possessed or sleepwalking again. Quickly, put her hand in some warm water!
Maybe I speak softly. I won't startle her and get a charm blaster on my forehead. Psst, Jinxie!
Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. My charms must have fallen off again.
Phew, guess I can't avoid a charm slap by Tony and my cords of steel.
Are they done questioning it, Jinxie? Uh-huh, and on the way back, I thought you had to buy a new charm that was just released.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, the one with Ninetales Fox and Tenma Taro. It shows them dancing together.
Really? Two bear rivals dancing together?
Uh-huh, it's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges.
Oh, right, for the municipal merger issue.
No, it's for the Demon Lawyer and the Insomniac Prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning.
We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate that's what we lost.
No fighting.
Charm slapped again.
Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about.
Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You always said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seemed important?
Eek! Like what?
Like telling us what you saw that day. Maybe you remember something this time.
Eek! When I opened the door, Papa and Alden and QB were collapsed in the fog chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair.
I knew it! She's holding something back!
Why are we entering the hell void? Yeah, this one I'm not as familiar with it. I haven't seen this one in a while. No, we're gonna stop. Okay, yeah, it's right here. It's the finger. The twitchy finger of Jinxie.
Gotcha!
You were very nervous when you said, "That's all he said," weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you?
It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep.
Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else?
Eek! How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers, or I also would be in this hell void. Like I said, he was just talking in sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Why would he say to take the shovel and kill them all? I can't take the shovel. Only Papa can wield the shovel of death.
Could you be a little more specific?
Sorry. Before he met, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed all the McQB."
He said what?
The man actually confessed to the crime. But he did mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare.
A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics.
That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon.
Right. Just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair.
Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the man confess like that?
Could he really have been dreaming or simply delirious?
Who knows? But I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Apollo, what are we gonna do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our client even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie's been accused of playing the yokai evidence. Both the man and Jinxie are gonna be to prison if we don't do something. Jinxie won't survive in prison.
I know! Well, let's see here. Our lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that she first opened the door. Alderman Kubi and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber.
But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well.
Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation.
Our mystery person must have fled the Fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenma Taro. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people in there. I didn't see anyone else.
What's going on here? The bell's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime?
Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenma Taro Florent LaBelle.
Right, we'll get him with the legal exorcism, justice style. I'll scream in his ear!
To be continued. Okay, no, we are not saving progress. Yes, continue to the next chapter. No, we're gonna quit and not save our progress. April 19th, 9:30 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4.
Court is back in session for the trial of Damien Tenma.
And on that note, I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. But I'll see you next time. Bye.